In a world where
Yes.
you can go from which station?
You can go from Kennedy to Kipling.
With the same bucket.
That you popped a squat in earlier. Unnoticed.
Unnoticed, too.
Go to an educational facility. Go into the library and dump that bucket.
Olympic style. Now, I don't know if you used... This is the event. I'm one of your hosts, Del Peach.
And I'm the Nerd C.
Now, before we need to figure out something. Was the guy that was throwing the excrement? They call it excrement.
Yes,
okay.
excrement.
Did he use his dominant hand to throw it? Did he use Did he hold the bucket and just
lefty or righty?
Yeah, was he ambidextrous with it? Did he open the bucket KFC back in the day? He used to have the chicken bucket. Did he peel the pack open?
I'm rolling.
And then held it like this?
Yes.
And then took his hand, just went in.
I'm rolling.
And then just threw it.
Like ape shit?
Like ape shit, yes.
Yo, all these puns are gonna be rolling through, man. Rolling through. Oh.
Okay. They find it okay.
Okay, so for some of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, then we are definitely talking about the man who has been terrorizing Toronto streets or Ontario streets by using his own fecal matter to discard or throw onto people.
He uses his own.
This has been in the news for about, I think, 2 weeks?
For 2 weeks now.
For about 2 weeks. And there were about 3 incidents that happened where people were shitted on. Literally,
yeah.
So, he was finally caught just the other day. I believe over the weekend, he was caught. It was aired all over the news. And happened to be
He had to be black. Why?
A black man.
I was expecting...
Who was very happy and smiling. Oh my God, it was wild.
He was smiling ear to ear and everything, right?
Ear to ear. And the picture was pixelated. What was it? Question is, what is for notoriety, or is he trying both literally and figuratively, mean to shit on academia? Ooh! Yes. Man, when I mean the puns were going in, they're rolling. I'm like, yo, the man's called the shit disturber.
The shit disturber,
He's really saying Toronto ain't shit. Yo, literally and figuratively. This is not a lie. My question is...
man's roll up... First of all, he traveled with this, too.
He did. And I'm actually kind of concerned at a lot of the people. And you know what? I can't... As much as people would be like, you shouldn't be upset at that. For me, I kind of look at it like, how can you have somebody sit beside you? Say we're on... For real, say we're on TTC.
Yeah.
And you're sitting beside me. At no point... Can you not whiff or take a whiff of somebody's odor?
You can smell it
beside you. When someone cracks open a little bit of something, of food, you smell the aura,
right?
even if it's not even close to you. So just does not make sense. How can a bucket of feces that has been sitting all day, rotting, boiling, bubbling, poops in, and you're telling me...
We'll put those definitions in the description as well. Poopsin especially.
Telling me that no one at any point of that 45-minute train ride took in the odor that was on the train. The only thing that makes sense to me, he had to have a deodorizer on him.
No.
They had to.
I think it's
No way.
I think people are used to the homeless smell. So people they thought it was a regular day
thing.
It was just a regular day thing. Oh, it's just a regular day.
On TTC.
I mean, I smell it, but I don't smell it. It smells a little stronger today, but nah.
But even then, so you could tell, the difference between a pee smell and a poo smell.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But Nah.
So
like,
that's what I mean. You know when someone's like, okay, you haven't bathed for a while, you haven't had access to water, you got the muskiness.
or refuse to access water.
You know, yeah. But
some other that
when
don't.
it lays on somebody, I feel like there's a certain smell or distinct odor that that person would have when it's on them versus when it's just in something.
Yeah. There's like a. It'll be a strong musty smell. as I say.
Yeah, like you can smell when shit is on your shoe, and that's a little bit.
And that's a little bit like.
Little.
Shout out to the owners that don't pick up after their dogs. You guys some assholes, man. I'm sorry.
Yo, honestly.
Dog does a diddle and you don't pick it up, man.
It really doesn't make sense.
But no, let's get back to the technique though. Now, was he holding it like a bucket and like
On the thing.
and then going and reaching inside and then just
no,
and just throwing it?
supposedly what he did is when he got into the building, he
Yeah.
sat down by the vicinity of whoever was his target.
Yeah.
And then he would walk over to the individual with the bucket and dump the whole thing on the person. Now, mind you, I look at it, it's very smart because why? Who's going to do anything in the wintertime?
Oh.
You have shit all over you. Where are you going to run? By the time you go outside, the cold hit you. Nothing's worse than frozen shit. Like,
Man's getting paid.
Man.
Wait, but who's getting paid? Like,
I'm rolling.
he was hired. Oh. You know we love our black conspiracy theories. I mean,
we do. Hired by who?
because Ira, did you know there's more than one person that's doing it? And
That
he's the
I
only
did
one
not know.
He's the only one that got caught. Obviously the black people. But he's the only one that got caught so far. Supposedly,
Ew.
there was an Asian person that did it. That's when the story was
That
like
was one
picking
of
up.
the persons who were an accomplice.
What do you call it? I almost said prosecutor, but no. Suspect. There we go. So one of the suspects was an Asian person. And like I said, you may have took one of them down, but there's a gang of them now. I'm convinced. There's a gang of shit throwers,
Terrifying.
shit disturbers.
Terrifying. I am not trying to have no frozen dingleberries on me.
Ooh, imagine it was liquid too.
Oh, no! 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 No!
If it was frozen, hold on, wait. So if it was frozen, they take it.
No! The first thing I thought of was diarrhea. No!
Like wait. So what happened? So he dumped frozen dingleberries
No,
on.
it was a mixture of feces and piss.
So
That was over a period of time, settled over a period of time.
settled
So
over a
this
period
was
of time.
like, this man decided not to go to his toilet and use the bucket. Let it build. That's what I'm trying to say. That would have been death. Death right there. How?
That's just nutty, man.
That kind of, it makes me a little concerned about society in the sense of like the amount of awareness people have. If at any point I get hurt or my life is in danger, can I really look to my neighbor and hope for the best that my life will be okay in a stranger's hands?
I come to the conclusion I'm going down swinging.
Yo!
Because there's people will tape you and put you on World Star. They put you on YouTube.
So much faster
They put you
before
on
they
Twitter.
would actually help you.
Man, I gotta go down swinging because no one's gonna help. Who's gonna step in and
That's what I'm
save me?
saying. That's like
Who's gonna save Z? Like, come
the
on. son.
bystander effect at its finest. Bruh.
Like,
Bruh.
I don't know, man. Like I said, they caught one of the guys. They're still on the loose. So no one. So don't pull your guard down yet. Like.
So Ira was saying that it's a whole thing that needs a sting operation. So they have targets and everything, and they've been taking money to terrorize people.
They have been taking
money to terrorize
people.
That's crazy. I would never think that would be a way or a strategy how to take out your targets, but
Oh, okay.
but that's a good one. I'm telling you, these puns.
Wait. So let's think this one.
Which?
This one you got to get.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah. But nah, like. So it's third party. You pay someone.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I don't like this person at this campus.
Yes.
So I'm gonna pay a modman.
Right. To go and dump shit all over that person. Yep.
Wow.
What are the legal
You must
charges?
be the most hated.
But then this is the thing that gets deeper. Like
You
going
must be the
down.
most hated person.
But mind you, if it's just a personal score that this person's trying to have with this individual, okay, fine. You made your point. Clearly, that's public indecency, that's harassment, that's so many other things on all types of levels. Mm-hmm. But if this is deeper than just what we're thinking, right? Because the first thing that I went into was like full on national alarm. Like my brain went into full on paranoia simply because what is in that bucket? It may be shit and piss.
Yeah.
But what if, and again, the conspiracy, of course, conspiracy me, obviously. What if the whole thing really comes down to, it's not a matter of just, it's a personal issue.
Yeah.
But more so a matter of an alarming national, offense. Like,
Yeah.
what happens if there were some kind of disease that was inside the thing that this person's now trying to
on some mad cow
and put onto people? Like now
Maybe
we're
not mad
exposing
cow, but
people.
You guys know what I mean.
We have like labs that are being harvested and generated in different places that are existing, and who knows?
Well, wait. Let's go back to the technique though. Hold on a
This
second.
man's still on the technique. I'm
So-
out here worrying about people's well-being.
So wait a second. The target. So the target is acquired, right?
Yes.
It was a buildup of over days. Now you said frozen in particular.
No. I'm
Or
saying
just-
because it's being done in the wintertime. It's a smart tactic.
Because it's frozen.
Because when the time comes, somebody's not. How can someone defend themselves in the wintertime? In the summertime, if someone put shit on you, you could wash it off. You could just turn around the corner and be like, oh, whatever, okay. You're mad. But now you're in the snow.
I don't know well over it. Okay, I don't know.
What, you know, like,
I know what you mean. But like,
it sucks. Like, this is the perfect time. Not endorsing it, but just saying.
They caught a black person doing this.
Yo, don't kill me.
I can't believe. Not that we're not
How is that
capable.
so hard to believe, though?
I read that as a white person crying. I'm like, oh, look what happened again.
So
Oh,
you're
man.
stereotyping.
No, here's a game I do every time I watch the news. Anytime I read the title of the headline, which is
true.
which is how you recognize how like news organizations
Right.
tell the color and the race of the person.
Yes.
When I read the storyline, I'm like, that can't be a black person. It's either white or Asian, right? Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden they caught a pixelated black. I'm like, the black person did this? A black person did this? With smile ear to ear? Pearly white teeth. Surprisingly, the teeth are white because of what that person's into, but like,
I mean,
can't believe it, man.
He must have been super happy. Super happy. I don't know what the follow-up was for him.
Yeah.
What he's being charged with. I believe harassment was one of the things that he is being charged with.
why even
But
bother with harassment? Just
But,
nah,
like,
you
again-
gotta sit down for 5 years.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Sorry.
it depends on what's going
gotta
on.
sit
Like,
down for 5 years,
how intense is this actual act? Because when the time comes, if there was biological bioengineered, yeah,
or bioengineered.
anything,
Okay.
that's a problem. Now it comes to a whole nother level. Just for like getting back on somebody because they shitted on you.
Look, guys, I'm still it's a black person doing it. At the end of the day, like, come on, man. This is man.
That's crazy.
Like I said, keep your guard up though. That's they only caught one person doing that.
Yes, keep
So,
your eyes and your ears peeled, guys,
man.
and your assholes tight.
Okay. I mean, it's tight by default. Now, if it's loose on that end, you should
Yo,
really see a specialist. A doctor.
I want to come through with all the puns for these. Like, yo, you guys should have been here. I was talking earlier, and I was saying, if you check on my page, I was talking about how Captain Underpants will be our savior.
Captain
for this.
Underpants, a childhood favorite book. Who? A childhood favorite book.
Because he's the only person, man.
That'll
He's
deal
the
with this type
only
of shit.
person.
Literally, it'll deal with this type of shit.
Yo, so corny.
Like, But enough of that shitty topic. Now, you have a beef with a certain, not a beef with a certain artist, but you've had a discovery recently that this person has a whole chronological order
Numeric.
a numeric
Yes.
albums posted,
Yes.
and you feel that
So upset.
you're upset. Tell him why you mad, Z.
I mean, I get, okay, so basically what we're talking about, who we're talking about is Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
So recently Tory Lanez has dropped his Chicks tape number 5.
Number 5.
We had to search that if there was even a 4.
And there is a 4. It's just it went to 3. I clearly remember 2 and 3.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember 4 at all. But it dropped.
Crazy.
And then now we're at 5.
So my thing is, I'm looking at it more so from a artist marketing perspective, and putting yourself out there. I kind of feel like when you put your albums as like volumes, like how he has it, he has Chicks tapes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like when you put it like that, it really is just a solid project. It's not really something that you would be extending or doing more, because when he gets to however old, what is he gonna have? 10 Chicks tapes?
I mean,
20? Like, and are you gonna remember the solid ones that came from those chicks? Like,
because 2 is good. I like 3.
3 is okay. What, 5?
5 is
Am I supposed to remember the album art? That's the reason why. Like, the number is related to the art.
That's part of it, actually.
Like,
That's actually part of it.
because I kind of feel like I can list or rifle off and I'm not somebody who pays much attention to albums. Like,
Yeah.
that is my background when it comes to music. Music for me is dance. That's it. I can move to it, but when it comes to discography and all that other stuff,
You're just like, nah.
out the window. But when it comes to like recalling stuff, I want to be able to recall it, like, and be like, oh, okay. I don't want to have to be like, it was Chicks tapes, one of them.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like,
It could be forgettable if you do too many.
exactly. So it's like, it's not like, oh, for Drake, we could probably list like 4 right off the bat.
Yeah, so you can do like
And you
Take
can
Care.
do the albums, yeah. Take Care, Views,
So Far Gone.
Scorpion.
That was the one. Okay, that had to be. No,
If you're reading this, it's too late.
there's one. Yeah, that's one. Which one is So Far? I don't remember that if that was his debut or the one with himself on the cover with the blue sky and everything. So Far Gone. That had to be his first album. But anyways, yeah.
True.
Sure, you okay? Now we brought up earlier that JayZ did a
Had the
alphanumeric.
blueprint, yes.
So JayZ has Blueprint 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
And I can remember, because it came with an error too. It wasn't like he did it like. I think with Tori, it feels like he's doing it almost back to back to back to back to back. Like, I think there'll be more impact if he was ushered in with an error, right? But no, with JayZ, Blueprint 1 was good. Blueprint 2 was his more boss talk, more. I'm drinking Cristal now or whatever. And then 3 is like almost a victory lap of that.
Yeah, like you kind of get the story
Yeah.
that's
right?
being built. But for this, I don't feel any stories being built. I'm not seeing where he's going with it. Like,
I think it's just, like I said, it's just like he works in the studio and he just throws together like, oh, it'd be cool to flip this song. Because that's what
Yeah.
Tory, one of his strengths is he flips classic songs and he makes it his own version. Now, you're giving me squinted eyes.
this is like Jacquees talking about how he's the best in R&B. Please, about flipping.
No, he like that's
That's Tory's style.
That's Tory's style. Yeah,
He takes
he
and
flips it.
I
Whoa!
don't-
I didn't say
don't-
take.
I don't think he flips.
I said flip.
Like
flip.
revamp.
Or
I mean,
this is my impression of.
there are so many better.
They're better flippers.
There are so many better flippers. There are so many better. I mean, I kind of don't like. Okay, one of the biggest trends that are going on with today's music, especially our generation, and maybe it's because now I'm out of the age range, and I'm just like, oh man,
I
music
think we
this
are now,
age,
yeah.
you know? It's kind of like when I listen to the music, they don't even take the time to like break it down to a point where it may be unrecognizable, and you just see the essence or just a little bit of it, and you're like, ooh, I hear it. Like,
Yeah.
they completely just say like, here's the whole like best part of the song, and I'm gonna put it on repeat in the background.
And loop it, yeah.
And loop it.
Okay, so yeah.
That is not.
It could be a little lazy sometimes.
Yo,
Yeah.
that is annoying. That is what
But-
I see lately.
But that's okay. Because that's rap in general, though, like hip-hop. Like
R&B as well, man.
R&B lately, yeah. R&B now.
Oh, it's deep.
Before R&B, no. It never should be like that with looping. Looping used to be more like hip-hop and rap, right?
But
But
again,
then-
it would have been like changed. Like the arrangement would have been changed. The music style, the way that it's being sung on would be changed.
That's where different producers are like, there's different tiers of them. Because some would just, it's easy just to loop something and have someone rap over it, right?
Right.
But then someone like Pete Rock, for example, he'll loop like a saxophone in one track and then a trumpet in another and make it work together. And then he'll sample drums in another track and make it like into its own thing, right? So it depends who you're listening to.
Right.
But as for acts and R&B today, looping, no, but okay. But some of the tracks on Chicks Tape 5 though,
Yeah.
it started out looping and then it kind of just went.
Into it?
It went. What do they call it? It
I don't
transitioned to another track.
Did it? Maybe
There was
for the ones
there was
that
one. Yeah.
he doesn't have a feature. That's where it does it. Because I think for the most part on the Chicks Tape 5, anything that had a feature with somebody was like you definitely heard it. Because who did he have? He had Usher, he had T-Pain,
T-Pain,
he had Trey Songz,
Trey Songz, Mario.
Who else?
Who else?
There's another person.
That's the only strong.
Aaliyah. Not Aaliyah. Ashanti.
Ashanti.
He had Ashanti. There's somebody else. But it wasn't even just Fabulous. He also had Fabulous.
Yeah, Fabulous too. Okay.
It wasn't even like, oh, he took... I'm trying to think of a song of somebody. Even though I didn't like the song too, they still did a very good job with mixing it or flipping it.
Or flipping it.
The Ginger.
The Ginger Ed Sheeran, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Ed Sheeran. I like the way you work it. No diggity. He had that
Okay.
one song. So, no diggity. It was just the back. It was just the sound. It wasn't the actual, like, snippet of the song.
Yeah.
Just the sound of it. And that was enough. And it was like, oh, shit, okay, I hear it in the background. I mean, I still didn't like the fact that how it was covered.
Cover
But-
up, yeah.
It was still nice. But, like, Tori's album, everything is literally, like, it would be like, I like the way you work it, no diggity. Way you work it, no diggity, in the background. The whole time.
And then, as you mean.
I just feel like the producer's lazy. No offense.
And like I said, it's producer dependent, right?
True.
So, like, I don't know. I listened to a few snippets of the songs. Like, there's only two I like. I like.
That you rate?
Yeah, that I rate. But the rest, I'll stick to my chick tapes. 2 and 3. I'll stick to those ones.
I will have to go back and check out all the Chicks tapes because this is a new discovery.
Also, guys, do you realize he dropped Chicks tapes number 4? When did that happen?
Yo, Katie,
I have to
looked
Google
for
that.
looked for the album. Yo, you guys need to go and look for the album. The
There's
Chicks
actually
tape
Chicks tape 4.
4 album looks completely different from 1 to 3 and 5.
And no, it's just so for those. It's just a gray
That's why I feel like it didn't exist.
gray cover and red font. That's it. That's it. Once I saw the SoundCloud link, I was like, oh, he must have dropped it on SoundCloud only, and then kind of just.
That's wild.
I've actually heard no one talk about Chicks Tape 4. So
That's
I
crazy.
don't know, man.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Well, I'll have to go back and listen again, but My review so far, I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan?
No. I mean, Tory lately altogether. Lately, or this album, I guess, he's just been talking on the beat. He's not actually rapping. Like, and I actually enjoy Tory. Like, when it was a whole beef thing between Drake and Tory Lanez.
You were rooting.
I was rooting for Tory. Like, I was there for Tory the whole way through. I was like, sound, presence, the way he can change his voice, the cadence, this and that.
Yeah.
Bro, he can top Drake any day.
Yeah.
What? Now? I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
bring Drake back. Don't boo
Wow.
him.
Wow.
Don't boo him off stage.
That's you too much. You too much.
Ew.
I mean, look, man.
Oh, talking about being booed off stage. Maybe not stage, but film. Maybe booed out of theater. Ooh.
Booed at a theater. Okay.
Right? So recently there has been a film called Queen&Slim that has been making the mark on public screens, well, commercial screens.
The commercial screens, yeah.
And main platforms everywhere. And it's big news to have two persons of color.
Two persons of color. Wait a minute, wait. You have to go even deeper than that.
Oh.
It's not just two persons of color.
Two dark-skinned persons.
There you go. There you go.
So that's one, as well as being the main characters, not character, characters of the movie.
The most screen time you'll ever see.
So, and
Queen&Slim.
the whole story circles around these two characters who get pulled over by a police officer, which the interaction goes south when,
as usual,
the gentleman shoots the police officer dead, and the woman and the man make their attempt to flee in this whole situation.
Cross-country touring.
Right?
Running from the law.
So it looked like a Bonnie and Clyde remake from the trailer, from what I gathered.
Yeah, definitely.
I got that. But how do you feel about it?
Apparently on Twitter,
It's a thing.
it's a big urgency to like, oh, you gotta go see this.
Yeah.
You gotta go see this film, right?
Oh, I hope this is not like
What are you talking about? Which one?
not us. The
Harriet?
other one. No. The one
By the way,
before us.
There's an episode quite a while back on would you watch Harriet or Lion King, and I'm glad I said no. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm dying.
But anyways, what were you saying?
What's the movie from Jordan Peele? The first one.
So there's
made.
Get Out.
Get Out. So I hope this is not the same type of hype that was going on with Get Out.
Are you about to? You don't.
I'm not throwing shade.
Okay.
But there was hype for Get Out, right? And then there was like a whole like, oh, well, it didn't really stand up to what it was. And then there was hype around Black Panther. That is the type of hype I don't want. That
okay.
type of hype.
But you still enjoyed Get Out though.
Oh, I enjoyed Get Out. I did.
So the hype matched.
It did. But it was kind of like, it's like the hype is here and then you see it and it's like, okay, we're here. But then there's the level of like, then everyone's just going to be out here just throwing the utmost shade. And you're just like, yo, can people just take their win and walk off? Like,
okay. Okay, I see what you mean.
And then the way that it was set up back to back, it was kind of like, problematic.
Operation. So I want to watch it, though I've seen some less than stellar things about the casting process, and that would be Lena W.
I don't know who Lena W is. Is that the main character?
No, Lena W. I think sounds like the main director of it.
Okay.
So I think what Ira means in the comments, like we brought up earlier, British black
the Brits
person.
are the black. are the best.
The British black versus the American black.
They're the best.
Oh, Trolley.
They're the best.
We the best.
Your whole identity, America,
Tea and crumpets.
is lies.
21 Savage.
It's all a lie. You've been spoon-fed from the Brits. Your whole identity.
Because some complaints have been, oh, this is another movie where the main characters are casted, but they're British. So
That's crazy.
and they refer to it as like, oh, they're taking jobs from like American-born
Right.
actors, right?
Yes.
But all it is, it's just money, guys.
But I mean, if they
it's just
don't...
cheaper to hire British
But
black. It
is
really
it?
It really comes down to money.
I don't think it's cheaper
No, apparently it's cheaper.
to get a British actor than an American actor.
It's cheaper.
Wow.
That's why they're That's why you see them more
That I did
often
not
than normal,
know. Okay.
right?
So that's one.
Allegedly,
So-
anyways. I don't know.
So we're saying that the international market's undercutting us. All right, got it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, people had a big problem with that, man. Like, they're like, oh, they're what kind of accent is that?
But the British are better at like acting overall altogether. Like,
I heard they're like theatrically. I'm gonna put that in the comments. There's gonna be a lot of dictionary
come
spelling.
on,
They're more
Shakespeare
theatrically
is their,
trained. Yes.
That's their like
They
man.
gotta learn Shakespeare
That's what I'm saying. That's their man.
from the Rudy to the Tootie,
Their man.
right?
That's their mans. Fun road mans.
Can you imagine Shakespeare on the road, man? Holy.
Yo. Shakespeare a road man?
What type of swag would he have?
Yo. Benevolent.
See, okay, now
Mercutio.
on Twitter, on Hamlet, right? Hamlet's one of his. Okay, and Othello. Shout out to Shakespeare, who shares the same birthday as I do, although they can't even track that down.
What?
That's an urban legend. Like they can't track when his birthday was.
Who, Othello?
No, Shakespeare. So they say it's either the 21st or the 24th. They don't know.
You didn't hear about Shakespeare not being Shakespeare?
What do you mean not being Shakespeare?
Shakespeare was really a nobleman, and the person that we see and who has been documented is actually a homeless man.
Oh, okay.
So he's just the front,
That's
and
like
to keep his like identity sealed,
yeah,
he used him as.
kind of like how we had a front in our lives recently. But we're that's never mind. But anyways, on the comments, on Twitter. Has been snippets of casting call and the original screenplay they've been of. So
this was a play.
this is a play, yeah.
Okay.
The screenwriter, who's white, someone coming in.
You
What is
got
that?
Jay Hunterville.
Now,
Hey.
now, Pastor James, hold on a second.
It's waiting to join.
Was waiting to join? Whoa, I see lights and everything. What are you doing?
The
Holy!
Nother! Shit! Woo! The Nother! Go watch you! Cheese!
Is a durag with the flap out or flap in?
Yo!
The flap out.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to do that 360 waves? Spinning!
Oh, here. Okay. True.
You're trying to get the retention. Keep the length.
Now, currently, we're talking about Queen&Slim. What do you feel about it?
I didn't watch it yet. I'm gonna watch it Tuesday.
We haven't watched
okay,
it
wow.
either, but
Shout out to Mira Mela. I just pronounced it right.
Yes.
I really hope I did.
yes.
Okay.
Remember we did our interview last week Sunday.
Yeah.
It's on the Vet Pod on YouTube, obviously.
Hashtag.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, I didn't watch Queen&Slim yet. What? You guys are hating on Queen&Slim already?
Wait. Whoa. Why?
No, we're not
why'd you-
hating on
Whoa, why'd
it.
you assume we were hating on it?
Hey, bong. Shout out Mira. Because I remember I wasn't able to pronounce it. But yeah.
No, we're not hating on the movie. We're not hating on it. We're just
We're just,
simply
like,
we're talking about it.
Yeah, like
So-
the dynamics and everything, right?
Yeah, we've gotten to the point where we are saying that, yay, we're applauding the fact that it's a commercialized movie of that platform, that the main characters are people of color, especially
Wait a minute. You have to say it.
Yes, especially people who are dark-skinned
Dark-skinned.
persons of color.
There's difference.
And then we were also discussing the type of story it is, The fact that it kind of replicates Bonnie and Clyde. And then we were also talking about the fact that the
I'm gonna get you. Keep going.
that the actors are from England, so they're British. And we were actually
It's kind of like American actors
exactly.
actors doing American roles.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we were talking about how the market for that, and they're saying that, these British actors are out here robbing these American jobs because they're doing the accent better than them. So,
So
I mean, right? Right? And then, so this is the part that we were really going to go in, but it was the whole part about supposedly there's an explicit scene, and it's like bringing some kind of controversy to have these people on screen doing this. And it's like, is this okay?
yeah.
It's like, why is this a question? It was okay when everyone was every other shade, so...
You know.
The hanky-panky.
Yeah. Yeah, that type of thing.
All that melanin on that screen. Ooh, listen, you might make some people jealous.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Every issue they're gonna say that it's problematic. For example, the Joker, the whole mental illness part of the Joker was very problematic, but it was the truth.
Yeah.
Why would it?
You know what I mean?
They made up a room, shot up and everything. That was a whole nother.
Whoa, that's another level,
When
bro.
you watch the movie, that was never the case.
That was never the case. Yeah. So
Because that's sick or back.
he's just
Wasn't the case.
right. Now Ira in the chat.
Oh, they're on the YouTube right now? Or where are they?
Yeah.
Hey
We're
man,
on
we're
both.
we're on both right now. Like we're we're cooking right now. So in the chat, Ira said the casting call has had slave references, and it was like at no point was the character description needed. A paraphrase: she was dark like a slave who worked outside. Whoa,
Wait, what? This was for...
that's for Queen and Slim.
That was the cast call.
That was a cast call for Queen and Slim. Coincidentally, you know who played Harriet? The same one that's playing the character in Queen and Slim.
Who wrote that casting call?
It was
description?
Are you sure the same girl?
It's the same girl. The same girl that played Harriet Tubman. Who had
I don't know about all that still. You're gonna have to fact check.
no, we will. The same character movie that had a black slave master called Bigger Long. I'm not making this up. The character's name is called Bigger Long. Remember the episode we were supposed to watch Lion King? I made the right decision to say no. I'm glad I said no. I'm not watching Harriet. I am not watching Harriet. Wait.
I am going to watch Queen&Slim.
Queen-
I'm gonna watch it.
I want to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Should make
See-
it a group thing.
It should be a group. Hey, go ahead.
Like, 'cause I find
Wait. Who? Wait. Pause. Who hates Black Americans?
The woman that plays Harriet Tubman. Okay, we're gonna go.
Pull up this lady.
remember that. I remember her whole story was
Wait.
basically saying Black Americans are not like real African.
This is a conversation, though. Yo, I actually.
She was saying, you know how you hear like certain African people say that, oh, you're Canadian and you're African, or you're Jamaican, you're not African. It's not your real name. It's colonized.
Well, yikes.
And get back to your roots. Yes.
Yeah, get back to your roots type of thing. But
Yes.
at the same time,
But this is my roots.
that is my roots.
You know what? But it is actually very true. It's crazy how some people really want to discredit your blackness because you're not from Africa. I am sorry. By all means, keep it. I don't want it. For those people, I don't want it.
I do not know what to tell you. Honestly, I'm gonna watch Queen&Slim. I hope it's a good movie. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch 21 Bridges as well.
Wait, 21 what?
21 Bridges.
21 Bridges.
It's the one with Chadwick Boseman. And basically they're trying to stop these guys that were like doing crimes for the longest while in
Yeah.
New York. So what they do is they lock off all the bridges in New York to
Oh.
find the person.
That sounds a good heist movie. Or not a heist, but like
That's like basically the Toronto version would be like TTC. They just lock it down.
they just lock. They just
Catch man's on shuttle buses and thing.
that's that low key happened at the parade, but
Yeah,
that's a whole nother that's a
man.
whole nother day, man. That's a whole nother day to talk about that.
Those type of things. Like, can you imagine you're at St. George Station, they lock it off right there, and it's like, well,
You get no transfers.
imagine people that are stuck in the tunnel. They're like, yeah, just lock off the whole TTC block.
I'm
Now you're stuck in
rolling.
the tunnel.
Rolling.
Claustrophobic. Everything just seems darker and closer.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know yet. I gotta watch Queen&Slim to see what it's like. I can't judge right now.
I mean, okay.
Hold on. So mistakes been made. So the actor that plays one of the characters in Queen&Slim is Jodi Turner-Smith, known for Queen&Slim, but the other one that plays Harriet is another actress. So
So who's the one who said that they don't like American actors?
Jodi Turner-Smith,
The one who's playing.
the one who's playing, yeah.
That is some real self-hate, man.
So
And that kind of stuff should not be perpetuated.
Know that? Are you sure?
I mean, whatever.
Sure. Because that's their.
Right? Okay, you're right. We can't quote
Alleged-
her.
allegedly.
If that is what was said by her, then that kind of stuff should not be perpetuated. We live in a world where we're trying to bring ourselves closer together, and here you are, regardless of what tectonic plate that I'm standing on. Listen, you should be out here looking over for your brethren. Like,
can't even find it, man.
Like, how do we build community when you're making statements like that? That does not make us grow.
We gotta break down all states.
Yeah, like, that's such a negative way of thinking.
Smoke weed. Like, not all Jamaicans smoke weed.
Right? The stereotypes.
Not all people in Scarborough are suspects.
Wow. That's very inside. That's very inside.
Like,
We-
you know, not all Toronto people are this. Not everybody in Jane and Finch are shooters. Not everybody's this and that. Like, you know what I mean?
Finch&Jane is just an intersection. At the end of
Right.
it's
Like,
But,
that's so crazy.
you know.
Finch&Jane is different when you say it backwards. Say it the other way. It's a whole different. It sounds like a suburb.
We talked to
Gentrification comes on. When gentrification comes,
You.
Finch&Jane is gonna be the new Jane and Finch.
Finch&Jane.
They're gonna switch it out. Did you know like Broads is now called like Sobro or something like that? Or
Wait,
like,
bro-
they changed the names.
Broads.
Certain places like Brooklyn, they're gonna change it to like Sobro or something.
Yeah.
Southern Brooklyn. Like you ever heard it? Like Regent Park is like Liberty City.
Yes, I know that it's Liberty City. It's been Liberty City for a while, though.
I think. they're
Just
gonna call
depends on what part.
it Jane and Finch, Finch&Jane.
Stop
They're gonna
this.
flip it on
Stop this. It's a whole new place. Whole new.
Rexdale will probably just call Dale.
Dale.
You need to stop. You need to
That-
stop. Stop while you're ahead.
But okay, so wrapping up of this segment. So you're seeing it Tuesday, and you hope that
Watch it Tuesday. I'm gonna watch it Tuesday.
yeah.
I hope it goes well because I expected a lot. The soundtrack sound wicked.
True.
It does. It has the Far Side in it. Shout out to the Far Side.
I hope it goes well. I just hope you get more black movies that are not like
Slave movies.
just original. No,
Yes, and our original.
Original.
originals. I don't need a
Yes.
slave movie. I don't need like a someone. I don't want people to have comparisons to say that it's Bonnie and Clyde again.
See, and this is
okay.
what I've been saying.
Okay.
Why can't we just have new stuff?
Wait, what was that? What was that?
The only black men that want to see Shot Us.
Don't kill me.
Shot.
A
wow.
remake of it?
Here's things again. So,
Do you want a remake of Shatas?
What?
or at least a sequel or prequel.
Nah, they should leave it. They should leave it.
I'm dying.
Nah, I wouldn't touch that.
Okay.
Shout out RP Louis now. But sorry, I think I cut you off as a kid. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, no, I was just simply saying, like, it just goes back to the conversation about having more diverse stories out there.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, we live in a world of what, 7 billion people, and you're telling
And
me
rising.
we can only we all have the same, what, 7 stories?
There's always new avenues to discover, man.
Like, you know, there are places and rocks that we have not turned. Like, can we have those filmed and put together and, you know, like someone sit down and actually read a script and, you know,
yeah.
let's see a different side of life.
A little bit with like The Godfather of Brooklyn, and
Right? Or have like the Godmother
they're doing that.
or Mafia Queen.
There's a black godmother. Oh yeah, there is.
Like, dude, like I would love to see a whole mafia thing, and the woman is the lead. Every mafia movie, it's a man.
So you wanna see
It's a man's club.
the Griselda Blanco?
Bruh,
The Griselda
let's
Blancos
see
got
that.
But that's coming out soon. I swear they're making it right now.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Let me see that. Let me see a woman in the back pulling the weight and saying to her people, like, yo, listen, we got the trucks loading, get them faster, this and that, let's go, people, we got money to make, let's go. You're wasting my time.
Caribbean. I think I need to see a black Caribbean family on TV. Or
That too.
a movie. Like,
Why haven't, yeah.
to see like
And not looking so commercialized.
Either, yeah, like really authentic.
Oh, you want some peanut punch?
families.
Like no one does, yeah.
Come sit down and have some fish.
And it's all-
Like,
Yeah. I don't want to hear no plantain.
yes.
plantain, like,
Plantain. Like,
But like,
I want
exactly.
subtitles. I want Top Boy. Like, you know, Top Boy had like authentic
The man said, I want subtitles.
with the subtitles. Give that for like
Ew.
like
Right?
like Caribbean parents.
Or have like different parts of the Caribbean in one movie. Like different, right? Have one person. Because if you listen to somebody from Jamaica, someone from Barbados, someone from Trinidad, and they're all friends, telling you,
Bob Loves Abishola.
why
is
don't
a
I see
thing,
that?
Which I'm excited to watch. What's Bob Loves? Hold on.
That would be great chemistry.
I'm gonna Google it, Ira. Bob Loves.
You know, and
I'm
maybe
Google
get
it.
a little bit more of like, you know, just more stories. Like when the time comes, when you see in the tin, and you know you're coming over for Christmas,
Oh, the tin.
and you see the tin,
Which we discovered is lard. We were eating lard.
right?
growing
And then
up.
you know what would be great if one of the people from the Caribbean sees the tin and they're like, "What is this?" It's like it's cheese.
It's cheese.
And
yeah.
then everyone's looking at you like, you don't know what this is?
I'm at the same time that can backfire still.
How is that gonna backfire? Listen, there are people like myself who've never seen the tin.
Do you want think about it. Do you want everybody to know what Milo is?
We already said this. The butters.
The
The
but-
butters.
Yo.
Should be exclusive. Like, do you want everybody to know how to make recipes?
Don't kill me.
Want that?
Okay, they don't need to see the making of it. They
Philip-
just need to see it.
Hold on. The Filipinos are making it though. Watch out for. They're sneaky. They're knowing. They know how to make Jamaican food actually. Filipinos, watch out.
But they cook about the same.
I see you guys out there. I see you guys.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Especially with the coconut in it.
Oh, shit about this. I seen ads for this. Bob Loves Abishola.
I just honestly, I came to stop by, see how you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Before you go, we should go to the next topic.
Oh,
Catch you before you go.
before you head off and do your thing. No, like, don't listen to her.
Hear what she said.
You can either do. We'll go. So this has been a recurring topic for a while. Lease signs, vacancy. Now Z thinks it's gonna create some type of anarchy. Your thoughts?
What signs? What?
Lease signs
Lease signs.
for houses.
You're passing. You're on,
Vacancies for
you're
like
on your way home
jobs,
right now,
You know.
and you're passing by and you see. Oh, call this number to get in contact with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Automations. Phone services instead of people.
What's the issue?
We're saying that it's a whole anarchy that's going to happen. Like the whole government's going to be thrown over by corporations.
It's good.
They're gonna stop. Like what?
Well, okay. So you know how corporations lately have been having more and more buyership of stuff? Land, property, places, They've been expanding in different places, etc., to the point where they're now generating to an amount where they're almost able to be as much as the government. Right? So,
You know what?
these power entities.
Like, take it in.
Act like we're surprised. Donald Trump is the president.
Don't kill me.
We can't act like we're surprised. If you have the money, you could be whatever you want to be.
So,
We live in now.
that's the whole thing. So it's kind of like, well, what's going on? Like, why are all these things getting bought out? And what is that going to do for people who have no power, like us, who don't have corporations and are not an entity as such? What does this mean for the everyday individual and the power that they have in today's society? Like,
The way I feel like you're gonna have to somehow value or brand yourself that there's no cost to you in a way.
no cost?
So she's saying you're priceless.
Like, how do I put this?
Mm.
Anybody can. You know how there's certain there's limits to, like, you can buy something, like, let's say you could buy houses or whatever, but you only can buy a certain amount of houses.
Yeah.
There has to be some caps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regulation.
Because I feel like corporations could just take over everywhere and slap away everything. I already hear the government saying that they're trying to shut down, like, people that do Airbnb in their houses.
Yeah.
Yo,
Because they're capitalizing on hotels are losing money because of Airbnb.
because Airbnb.
Yes.
They're not gonna stop that. It's too much money.
But
It's too much.
no,
It's delicious. It's just
think about it.
it's delicious.
Money's going straight to the person. They're not going through government as much.
That's
Or corporations.
people want their middle.
They're gonna attack it.
They always want a middleman. That's the thing.
So is that affecting?
That everybody could use the resources. Marijuana would have their seeds in it still, because you can plant it yourself.
Yes.
I don't know why you specifically made that reference, but I see what you're getting to later. I see what you did.
That's the only thing I could have thought of at the time.
Yeah.
You guys could, run with the topics. I'm gonna make a move. As you can tell, based off my do-rag, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yes. Hey, the vet shirt, no, the vet shirt.
And the
show
vet
the
shirt,
people
show the
shirt.
people.
Yeah.
Show the people in the
Show
chat.
the people the vet. Yo, he got the French one.
And the French.
Yes.
I go to sleep, you know what I mean? I live, breathe, and sleep the bed. Anyway,
In French edition.
Yes.
yeah, man.
All right.
This is Jamie, reporting live from my web. Back to you guys.
Hey.
Take care. Be safe. Be safe.
All right.
No, guys, take care.
Yeah,
All
take
right.
care.
See you.
But yeah,
It's
man,
so
it's
good.
like Iris said in the chat. Oh, she's typing. So the government is losing money, which will affect how much we have for public spending. When people don't own houses, less is paid in property taxes, and less can go into things like education. So
the government, basically that's saying that the government feeds off of us paying the land.
yeah,
And if nobody, or if there are less people who are owning the land, that means that's less money being pumped into the government. So essentially it's like a whole recycling thing.
yeah.
When they get the money, it goes right back, etc. But because no one is actually giving the money to the government and paying into the government, that means less money for the government to have in their pockets. But if that is the case and we on this level are noticing this,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
bitch, what are you doing? And you got the years in the education.
like it says, a lot of people are in on it. Like, you have realtors.
That's what I'm saying.
You got people like, let's check this out. They buy a whole floor of a condo.
For what?
Like, I want to have the whole floor. The person's like, sure, it's money in my pockets. There won't be no occupancy. So,
And there are people who are dying to be in homes right now.
and something creepy, I don't want to put it in the atmosphere, so to say, but I think this year alone, there's been a lot of apartment fires.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So
Don't even get
I'm
me
noticing lately,
started.
there have been apartment fires in our city for a while, and obviously when an apartment it doesn't matter like how much damage or what. They have to evacuate everybody. It's just a safety thing, right? But in the meantime, whoever owns the building, they gotta accumulate money to fix the damages.
And then if by any chance they're not able to raise enough money, they can choose to tear this building down. So therefore, everyone has to relocate.
Yeah.
After this fire.
And it happened once. I'm like, okay, maybe accidents. But it happened twice?
No, man.
It happened 3 times this year alone?
Multiple.
Like,
and there's this place that's close to my workplace. And there was they had like CTV come by. City TV or City Pulse? One of the two. News, whoever.
Yeah.
Came by to follow up about what happened. So there was a fire that happened within 2 buildings within this neighborhood of my workplace.
Whoa, within 2.
And this fire happened on multiple occasions. So the thing is, from what I understand, and the reason why they were following up is because they wanted to see if the person who was the owner of the actual building did ensure to correct any of the faulty wiring or anything like that.
Because buildings do get old piping, old copper, old...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when they said that the first time it was done, then they came back, the second building all of a sudden caught on fire. Then because it got on fire, they didn't properly restore the place or the building. So there was a flood. And the flood then caused more issues to build up on each other. And then that flood went into the other building, which then caused that building to go on fire again. And that, it was back and forth.
So it sounds like 2 buildings very close together, right? And then the fire left on the other building. Wow, man. That's crazy.
Saying.
And
everyone had to evacuate the building, and they were out for a good 3 months, and some of the people are still not in homes.
And so
still not.
Because they cannot let you back in because of.
It has to get clearance.
It has to get clearance, right? Because usually when stuff like that happens, the fire marshals they're all over it.
Yeah.
They gotta do thorough inspections and everything like that. Nah, they don't let you in a building like that.
See, and me being bold, I'm right. I had to ask the person who was reporting how they actually felt. Do you feel that the reason why the process or the time and the reconstruction and the renovation hasn't been completed and these people have not been able to return to their homes is because of the socioeconomics that these people are in? I said, was there a point of classism that was causing the urgency or lack of?
Ah, okay.
And I was like, because I'm like, if this was Forest Hill or Yorkville,
it would, yeah.
I feel like that situation would have been dealt with. And the first time that the fire came and catch to a neck, what?
I think this time though, I don't think, even though there's a classism thing, I think like said in the chat, demonstrated by Ira, even the better off areas, I think they're just gonna be like, you know what? We're just gonna take everything, right?
Yes.
So before, your money could buy urgency, get things done quickly, but now, no. At this point, I don't care if you're this class or that. We want that area, we're gonna use it. One way or the other.
And that's the thing,
right?
I thought we had regulation laws.
This
man said, what are those?
What are those?
Ew.
Regulation laws.
The lack of enforcement for landlords is allowing them to get away with absolute nonsense, and they're not being held liable, and people are losing their homes.
Yeah.
Which is wild. How
Lord,
come
the
people...
lands are loose right now.
Why is that?
Loose in the streets.
But why? Why is that? Why are these landlords so flip-floppy?
The average rent right now is in Toronto is $2,300.
That's wild.
$2,300 per month.
Wild.
That's before you buy groceries. That's before you buy
just
clothing.
To sit in a corner.
Just to sit in a corner. That's divided with a kitchen, with a bedroom.
Yo.
$2,300 they're asking for.
A corner, because you don't get the upstairs or the basement.
That's another thing too, right?
Remember that.
Finch&Jane, which we'll call it now from now on, Finch&Jane is 1,700 right now. Finch&Jane.
Yo.
Think about that a minute.
This was considered what? What?
See, what happened was with Finch&Jane, right?
What?
When they started raising the rent, you know where they moved to? Brampton. So there's a reason why, like, there's so many, like, issues on that end of the city. It's because, in a way, like, the crime kind of moved west. Like, so, like a kid got shot today, 18-year-old in Brampton, right?
Okay.
So it's because, like, when they do things like break up, like, certain areas in the city, crime spreads out. So that's another problem. When they, like, decide, okay, you know what, we want to make this area hot, Z. We want all the people, we want the tourists to spend their money here. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna raise the rent on the bitches.
So we can move the people out.
Now, allegedly not bitches.
Passively.
That's I'm impersonating. I'm acting.
Yes.
But that's how they look at you, as, like, you know, right?
Yes.
Like what we used to call jungle. What does it look like today?
Jungle's still the same, man. Jungle is still the same, and I hope the people who live in jungle understand how rich they're sitting on the land.
Yeah, like,
They need to advocate as hard as they can to ensure that they stay there.
all right.
Redevelop. Give me one of the 5 pieces of homes that you're gonna be building on the lot of land anyways.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
One of those lots of lands in jungle can literally be 3 townhouses.
Yeah, roughly, yeah. Right?
3 townhouses. That one lot of land. And most of them are just one. They're just homes. Like one home. Mind you, not all of, like, jungle is like this. But
Yeah.
there are some places or parts in jungle where it's just a property. And it's just the yard. And that's it. And the yard is well enough to have like 3 to 4 townhouses built on them. So there's a lot of bank. There's a lot of cake in jungle. But it's like, but you or the people who live there and reside there need to understand, if any of them have any type of architectural design, any type of reconstruction or construction, they would understand that, yo, these people are really trying to run me out when I got money.
Yeah.
Literally, they need me to move in order for them to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
So if you need me to move, give me a part of the cut.
Which some companies do. They say, we'll pay you this amount.
Yo.
We need the land, and then you take the money, and then whatever, right?
You get a house.
You get a house, right?
You're going to have like 4 other tenants on there anyways.
Yeah.
From the one person you say yes to. Or who says yes to you, I should say.
But yeah,
It's
like,
crazy.
Toronto has carefully
Cultivated lack of community. This is,
yeah.
I very much believe.
like, no one looks out for anyone, and it's on purpose. Neighborhoods be getting the raw end of the shit, and no one
else looks after them.
Yeah, no one else looks after them. So
This is true. I think I agree, and I also think it's also because no one actually takes time to look back so they can understand what's going on now, so they can help for what's going on tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
To plan better for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's the same as how, like the other day I was saying to my friend for Dufferin and Eglinton,
Yeah.
I'm like, this area changed drastically. I said, what you see today is not what I know it to be.
And what we grew up with,
And what we grew up with. I'm like, this neighborhood was very multicultural. It was a very diverse and very rich place. There were different festivals that happened. You knew everyone, and everyone knew you. Like, that same mentality of like being back home. And this is not even just with people of your own ethnicity or nationality.
Yeah.
This was across anybody. I could have, my friend could be Zoe and she's white, and Victoria and she's Vietnamese. And if Victoria's mom saw me down the street doing some foolishness, Victoria's mom is gonna whip me with a slipper. and say with Zoe's mom too. It didn't matter. Like, but now the place looks run down. Now it's like within a walking block, there's at least 10 different money like
those. Yeah, I mean they say they're gonna clamp down on the loan sharks, but
and then there's like
what they say and what they do, I don't know.
Crazy.
We'll see when they do that.
Crazy.
A lot of loan shark places, and then like a lot of lease. Call this number. And it's not just our part either. Like
no, it's different pocketed areas. Yeah.
No, but no. I thought it was like, cause some people stay in their neighborhood a lot, right? And they don't tend to like venture out, right? But I venture out in Toronto. Like sometimes it's good to know
what's going on in other places. Yeah.
When I say it's everywhere,
yes,
it's everywhere. So when you go from almost Etobicoke to Kennedy, you'll see lease sightings all over Eglinton, from Eglinton west to east. And then as you're going on each line, you'll see them on St. Clair, you'll see them on Glencairn, you see some on the Bloor line, you see some on Queen, especially Queen. You'll see some on King, you'll see some on Front Street, not as much, right? But like, you see like old corner stores that they're trying to sell, old pita places.
Yeah.
This person was here for 2 months, they're gone. New person comes in, they were here for a month, they're gone. It's like,
made living accept. Oh, it says you gotta look up the yellow belt. It talks about how housing zoning has made living inaccessible. True, the yellow belt. We'll definitely look that up.
Right. So, and then like we were saying earlier too, it's not just Toronto. It's like every big city you can think of on the planet. So whether it's Manhattan, Harlem, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Savannah, Miami, Orlando, like Los Angeles, Diego, Sacramento.
No, like why is that? Like are people turning around and saying, "Oh, look at our stats. We're not pulling a certain amount because these things are no longer in need and blah blah blah, and this is the reason why we have to start pushing towards this direction."
Yeah.
But like, I don't think. And maybe this is my ignorance, but I don't think society-wise in Toronto has drastically improved for all these changes. Right? And then, especially with the whole self-service concept and like...
Some places they force you to use it.
They force you to go. And it's like, whether it's a bank or like a Shoppers or all these things, it's like, I personally do not endorse the self-service simply because I understand that the self-service is taking away a job.
Yeah. And you get things solved so much faster if you just speak to someone, right?
Yes.
Right? So that's how I look at it, right?
Maybe.
And some of those motherfuckers don't even take cash. Like, come on, son, stop. Stop. Credit or debit only.
Just,
like, what?
And I don't know who they're getting ready for. No, honestly, like, you have one cashier and 3 self-service stations.
Shout out to people that still line up in the cashier office. Hey, man, we're doing that. Like,
Yo, it's for real.
No one's touching that thing.
But for me, I feel it costs more to have the self-service there.
It's very short-sighted.
It is.
Right?
Because at the end of the day, that's like, if there are 3 self-service like things, that's right there, and technicians like pay right there versus a cashier.
Which is another thing too. Depending on how much you spend on your self-checkout machine, you'll be calling IT a lot. Just so you know. So certain stores, you don't see them go down like that. Other stores, they go down repeatedly, and they always have to call IT, which costs money.
Right? And I think that adds up more. Like, and I don't know, you're not. Yes, it's a machine. But like the installment to have the machine installed and all that other stuff, and you have to make that the agreement and contract of whatever. What is that buyout like? Just to have the thing. This is not even maintenance. Just to have it.
Just to have it, yeah.
And then the maintenance on top of it.
Yeah, it costs more, man.
Like,
costs a lot of money, man.
and it's. Does this mean that we're going back to industrialization?
Or a new phase of it, I should say. They're forcing young people to be. Geez, my contacts are bad. Pardon me, guys. To be transistent, so neighborhoods are emptying out because children can't afford the areas, and their parents can't give over a lease because the price would rocket to match. So, yeah. Now, what's going on in the IG?
Maximus has said it's so people can teeth in peace.
So people can teeth in peace. Yo, okay, so not a story time, but stories that people told me. The first generation of self-checkout, they never had like weight. So basically, you'd scan it, the scanner, the laser is cruddy, whatever. So people go, oh, whatever, and they just put it in the bag. So what Walmart in the States has is before you even start the self-checkout, you have to consent that I'm going to be on camera. So you have to be like, you'll scan something and be like, oh, just for the record, you are consenting that you will be on camera. Do you agree? And you have to say yes.
Yes.
So when you're self-checking out, there's a camera on your face. So if you try any sneaky hand thing or
It's
whatever,
picking up on
they
you.
already save it in the system,
Yes.
and then they have your face. They alert the authorities.
That I did not know.
Yeah.
But damn.
But yes, when self-checkout was not as sophisticated as basic, oh, there was a lot of finessing. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. Yo, there was self-checkout return, right? So what would happen is someone would keep the product and then put blocks or bricks or something that weighs the same as the product.
Yes.
They give it back. Remember, it's a self-checkout.
Yes.
It passes the weight. They take it. They get their money back and everything. They will leave. A cashier checks it, opens it. Oh, it's a box.
Oh my gosh.
So
that's problematic.
That's
crazy.
But those scams are over though. They fixed that already.
Yeah, but now they've evolved to something else. Like,
Right?
but I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not for it, and I feel like it's really affecting. I know it's affecting me.
It's affecting you. God damn.
It is. It is affecting me directly and indirectly. Simply because when all the okay, so for example, in my workplace, there's a very high turnover because of the density of the neighborhood. That's one. And two, the amount of people that we are now having to constantly service.
Okay.
So the amount has amped up even with the self-service that we have provided.
Even with the self-service?
Even with. And it's not enough.
It's still not enough.
No.
But they refuse to hire someone.
And they refuse to hire somebody. So
it's not going to work out in the end. I'm telling you guys now.
Exactly. So you're literally tiring the people who are there to exhaustion. So, okay, now you've pushed them to the point that they are not biologically capable of doing. So your machines are now going to be here to pick up the slack,
To pick
right?
up the slack, yeah.
But then, can we control all the things for all the areas that are not, that we as humans haven't even had our minds wrapped around yet? Mm-hmm. Like, for example, mental health, behavioral issues, just mindsets.
Yeah.
Certain things like that. Like, these things, somebody has to be there.
Yeah. You can't rely on a machine.
A machine can't do anything.
Right?
If I'm deaf, blind, what else? Immobile, whatever the case is, how is this machine going to help me? How is it going to assist me?
You know, some parts of the States, I don't know if it's like Walgreens or Giant Eagle or whatever, but like
Right.
when you're shopping in like certain grocery stores, and some Walmarts have it. There's a little droid thing that just kind of moves along the aisle.
With you?
No, like it'll say, "Oh, good afternoon. Help. If you need any help." Da, 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 da. And then you can see, where's the peas? The peas will be in aisle 3. Blah blah blah. Follow me, and then it'll go. And you'll follow the robot.
So weird.
Yo, but the funny thing is, sometimes you'll be just in the aisle, and then if you're something bump you and be like, "What?" And it'll just be the robot just there, just kind of like, "Oh, do you need any help?"
Lawsuit!
Do you need any help? Like,
That is so creepy.
it's a little creepy.
If 5 of them come into the same aisle, do you need any help?
Well,
Ma'am, do you need any help? Ma'am, do you need any help?
it's
Alert,
repeating.
alert, do you need any help?
Oh my goodness. You know a fallback. Listen, but yeah, overall it's just, yeah, like the leases and the, like, people being overworked. Not enough people are buying things lately either. Like,
But who can when you have no job
like
to
no
buy
one,
them?
no one has money.
There are way too many vacancies going on. This is why. No one can work.
Like
No one is able to work.
since graduation, I've been noticing. Remember how like the certain times where you see foot traffic is like it's still 9 to 5, right? But it seems it's like 9 to 8 now, and it seems to be increasing
Yes,
more and more.
12-hour shifts are becoming a regular thing.
Like-
and I hope they don't do that.
Like you'll be on the bus and everything, right? And then the bus is always packed. Like even when you come home at like, let's say you hop the bus at like 8, right?
There's no such thing as just rush hour anymore.
It seems rush hours always
All the time.
on the time. Spooky out here, man.
It's facts, though.
Bare people can't move out. I mean, you guys are still breeding anyways. You nasty motherfuckers. You guys are nasty. But you guys are,
Times are changing, you know? People don't have an acre and a mule, you know? People don't have parents who are just, you know, sending on and giving the inheritance, you know? People don't have these things anymore, so...
yo, you brought up a thing that I don't get. It's a theory, right? I don't want to get people to get too comfortable because like when the next decade happens and a lot of the boomers that are like they're gonna pass on, you know, travel in space, like they're gonna pass on, right? There's wealth left behind, there's property left behind, and I feel I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of snatching of properties, right? So even though you're in the will and everything like that, I feel like
Somehow.
there's gonna be policies next decade where like they can just put you out of your grandma, whether it's your grandma's house or your parents' house, because France already has it. So
Yes.
if we're siblings, say there's 3 of us, right? Me, you, and upstairs, right? We can only get a third of the property.
Yes.
So no one can get. It's not a thing where like, oh, this whole house is yours and you just have to maintain the property taxes and pay the bills and all that. And how they do things in France is no, if you're the only child, you only get a quarter. The bank gets everything else. So
That's wild.
be on the lookout for that because that's definitely gonna happen.
What?
If you think
I live my life, and then you're telling me that the bank's gonna say, oh, your only child, you only get 1/4 of what I earned,
Yeah.
and then the government,
that's how they do it in France. So
my crotches.
I think that's one of the only European countries that has a policy like that. Yeah.
Wild.
So it's like if you have a lot of siblings, everyone gets a piece of the house, right? Which is
Okay, I get that.
yeah, right.
Sharing it evenly.
Yeah, but if you're an only child,
But that's crazy. That you cannot get full inheritance.
you're not getting full. No. Right?
Oh no, that needs to change.
Tell you, things will be up
But
for
we
grabs
need to
next decade.
there needs to be like more context. Like there must be a reason why the French economy is set up like that, because
I'll
if
probably
that
research
was
it.
applied here,
That'll be. I'm saying right now. Even
Disagreements.
when you're on the street, like I see like people our age homeless,
that's crazy.
right? So I don't know.
Count your blessings, guys.
Count your blessings, man. It's getting spooky out here.
People are not taking it. Whoever is running the show at this very moment, I need you to
The
take a
button pusher.
moment and take in the lack of self-care. Can we all just take a moment to see and open our eyes? Because we all feel it.
Not to laugh. It's how you said it. Man. We can all see it.
You know, we can feel it.
We can feel it.
And just take a moment to say, you know what? I haven't taken some time to take care of my neighbor or myself. maybe some self-care is necessary.
A lot of us need time for us.
Just to recoup. Because the way that the world is moving right now, we ain't taking care of anything.
Like, Trump won a presidency. Like,
Said France is trying to redistribute wealth, but they're letting corporations take the wealth. The money isn't going back into the economy.
yikes.
But why? Like, why? Again, it goes back to this. The entities, these
Whoa.
corporations are individuals. They are entities.
In the in the eyes of the court, yeah.
Yeah.
They consider,
So they are
entity.
all pooling and having enough money to take out of the country to make this country weak. This really sounds like an anarchy, bro.
So,
It really does. It really does. But it's on a it's not an anarchy because it's now no longer the people. What do you call this when it's corporations taking enough money out of the country to overrule them? This is a whole new term now.
there's been movies on this, but no, anarchy is straight up like you just
It's just the people overruling.
the people just overruling.
But these are corporations.
or like Walking Dead. Walking Dead is really anarchy.
Yes.
There's no law of anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Overthrowing the government.
Yeah.
But these are corporations.
Overthrowing the.
They're not the people. So this is a whole new level. This is a term we've just created, guys.
Oligarch. Yes. Oligarchy.
That's what it is? Oligarchy? Oligarchy.
I said the word twice. I think I said it wrong, but I'm going to say it for the third time.
Ollie.
Oligarchy. There you go. But yes.
Ew.
Nah,
That's crazy.
spooky out here. And even then, I have a theory of the truth. Like gentrification backfired already. Backfired meaning.
Hands down.
Like
They don't know who they're dealing with.
Like, they got certain people out of neighborhoods, right?
Yes.
And then people moved in. But those people are struggling to stay in because they're getting priced out too. So when they eventually get pushed out,
Yes.
it'll just be another building or another condo or another townhouse just vacant, just
Right.
chilling.
Just
Right.
that's how ghettos get created. Just saying. We've read the guys. Can we learn from our textbooks? Thank you. History lesson was our what was it? It was a mandatory course for a reason. Just saying.
I mean,
Just saying.
I don't know. 2020 is gonna be crazy.
Oh, I feel so.
It'll be good for us, but it'll be good for us. But like, whew,
We hope for the best.
what you guys about to see next decade,
Leading
man?
with love.
It seems every 20s is crazy. 1920s is crazy. The 2020s is gonna be crazy. 1820s, 1720s, like.
Now that you say that, that is actually very
If you study
true.
every 20s of every
year.
year, isn't there some crazy
The
shit?
next Great Depression is in 2020.
Yo, okay, but they do say there will be a recession. They say there's a recession next year though. They're counting on a recession next year.
Just as long as whatever it is, the property part needs to be in my pocket. Okay? We're gonna make sure that.
I got some bad news for you.
Don't do this, KD.
I got some bad news for a lot of
Not
people.
in front of everyone.
You find out next time in the next episode of the event what the bad news is. Speaking of bad news, it's not fun being hacked. You know who got hacked? Disney Plus.
Ooh.
You got some of your accounts out there being up for sale.
Oh.
So that's what happened. So allegedly, Chinese hackers, they did the thing. They hacked users who own Disney Plus,
Yes.
and they had like I don't know how many. Let's say by the thousands they have accounts, and they're up on a website where you can purchase the account and
Somebody's paid account
yeah
for Disney Plus.
for Disney Plus.
Yo, I am
So-
actually rolling, dying, also dying.
And that's interesting.
Hacking just come and erase student debt though, because that person has not sat down to actually do it. That's the reason.
That'd be
why.
really interesting. What would happen if that happened?
If debt was erased,
So someone did a hack thing, and they just said, you know what?
You know how many people would be out of a job?
Ooh.
If debt was erased, so many places would be out of. Oh my God.
That's
Maybe a lot of
crazy.
places would be out of business.
That's
Because these
wow.
people rely on deficits. There are jobs
They rely on
that rely on your deficit, especially when you go to credit. When they put your thing on credit, some people, they buy out your credit. So the money itself, they've already covered. And then what they're doing is basically getting a certain amount every time you pay into your debt
Oh, okay.
that they have. They get more money out of it.
Ah, okay.
So it's like,
Wow.
so there's some people who literally make coin off of debt.
Imagine someone just licked off all student debt, just went bam.
One time?
One time. Okay, first of all, you won't hear it on the news right away. I'll tell you that right now. You'll probably hear about it a month after it happened.
But it would be...
Yo, imagine you walk into the OSAP office.
It would be...
Ready to
But that
pay.
would be out of the government's pocket.
Yeah. So imagine you walk into the office
If you had a private one.
and you're about to pay, and then they're like, no, it's covered. And they take the... So, okay, you're standing in front of the desk. The computer, you're seeing the ass of the computer. So,
Okay.
and the person that's serving you, you know the setup, right? Over the counter. And then what happens is they just turn that computer screen around and they
Yes.
show you have no more debt.
Yes.
And they say, what's happened to a lot of our clients is they just have their debt removed. We don't know what the issue is, but...
Ooh, you know how much I be dancing. You know when Snoopy's happy? That would be my dance right there.
When Snoopy is happy.
When Snoopy is happy and he's dancing, tap dancing.
But there would be more money in the economy, and that means more small businesses. People would have more to build, up local infrastructure, thus funding more social institutions. So yeah, that's one of the campaigns of like either is it Bernie or Andrew? He said, I just want to lick off debt, because if you lick off the debt of the student loans especially, all of a sudden you go from, wait a minute, I have to pay this to no, I don't have to pay this anymore.
Because it's true.
And now I have money in my pocket.
Because you can't get ahead. Like
That means more hookers.
dead.
blow.
I'm rolling.
I could be post up in the club,
Man said.
feet crossed like this,
Man said blow.
as I get
I can't stand you.
as I get a lap party. I won't call it a lap dance, a lap party. No touch, because apparently they don't let you touch.
I'm so
Obviously for safety reasons. Some people wild out too much. They be all touching the woman and whatever, man.
I'm rolling.
But if that was a race, that's one of the things maybe not quite a few people would do, but like that's one of the activities. Right. And then they'll be in debt again, ironically. So
For their habit. Which is why some people are in debt right now. So it's not
too
funny.
much white and too much.
blow.
No, we already covered that part. Too much white and too much gyrating. You know, makes everybody broke, right? Hold on. It's a never-ending cycle. People go to school and can't save for their children because they're paying their own debt. So their children has to take the loan. Oh, did you know that? As a parent, if your debt is not paid off, your loan's not paid off, do you know that it jumps to your child?
It inherits.
Most people don't know that. It inherits to your child. So
Pay off your stuff.
oh,
Yo, this is a real one, yo. It's a real one. When the time comes, pay off your stuff before you give it off to somebody else.
Oh, not in Canada, okay. But certain places.
No matter where it is, pay off your stuff, yo.
Pay off your stuff, man.
The last thing you want to do is have to be like thinking, yo, you have 10 man's whole life on your shoulders. Like what? Wild. Oh well.
Wait, student loans die with you. Yo, it's evil. Yo, where's that future thing where he says it's an evil world we're living in? No. That's one of the things that can't be forgiven. So it's set up like,
Take the shelter off.
yeah, like student debts is like,
Take it off. It's a cold world.
it's an evil world we're living in, man.
It really could be better, but you know, some people be like, whatever. You know, there's a reason why narcissism exists. You need a level of something.
But it's interesting. Hackers can't do that. That was, by the way,
Erase debt?
Erase debt. Just,
That would be like Mr. Robot.
yo, that's a show I have to get into.
Yo, shit, so good.
It's good, eh? I get into it. It's season 4 right now, right?
Ah,
I gotta get into that, man.
So
I heard it's really good. And I heard, you ever heard of a Persons of Interest?
I've heard of that one.
I heard that one's good too.
Yes.
I gotta catch up to these shows, man.
I mean, it's like Disney Plus, man. Disney Plus tried to get themselves out there on the market, and the first thing that happened, they got hacked.
Like, people are really serious about their Lion King, man.
Yo,
Like,
how long do you think Disney's gonna last, though?
no, they got money.
Yeah, but they got money, but they're competing with Netflix. Who else?
Amazon, the big dog,
Amazon.
who has they call it Amazon. What's it called?
Oh, even talking about him the other day, you know that he made a donation and people were like throwing the man under the bus and saying like, "Oh, this donation was like $20."
So Bezos donated close to 100 million, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, that's not enough.
That's not
That's not enough. You need to drop the bag more," and blah blah. It's like, whoa,
Who are you?
100 million can really like restart an area. Okay, 100 million, you can literally pay someone. If you could pay a couple people 50,000 a year for the rest of their life, you can just literally just go like, here's 50,000 for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm saying.
And it costs 2 50s is 100,000, right? So that's 2 years. So, my math. Hold on, wait. And then, how many 50,000s are in a million? So,
How many 50,000?
20, because it's 50, 50, 100. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so you can pay someone 20 years, 50,000. Mm-hmm. And that's just 1 million. He donated 100 million, close to 100 million. And people are saying it's not enough. It's crazy, man.
Who are you? Who are you? If 100 million is not enough, tell me what is enough.
He could literally change the lives of 100 people.
He could drop that 1 million in my pocket. I will be very blessed.
Give the vent $1 million.
Give us $1 million.
Holy. Give us $1 million, man.
Jeff, if you hear this,
Lex Luthor, if you're out here.
if you hear this,
Lex Luthor.
give us $1 million.
Give us $1 million.
Trust us. We will do what we need to do to help you. And that $1 million, trust, would be the best investment of your life.
I won't tell Kal-El, Superman, where you are.
Yo,
I won't tell you where you are.
that would be the best. You sending out 100. That's a donation for us too. Thank you. Our email is ask the vent.
Considering how much he gets in tax breaks for charity, it's even less than nothing for him.
I don't care. You know what? I personally don't care. Use your privilege. I do. I don't care if you have the whatever. If you know you can use it to the best of your ability and it's going to empower and do whatever, then do it.
Yeah.
If that 100 million is not going to break the bank for you and you're going to get 90 million back, okay. So you lost 10 million. Oh my God. But you helped so many people with that 100 million.
You can literally help 99 people and pay them for 20. Oh, what about math? You can pay them 20 years for 50,000.
That's what I'm saying. So even if it was really chump change and it was $20 for him or a trip to Starbucks for him, I don't care. Like, honestly, I don't. Because if that 1 million was a blessing and is going to be like a cha-ching right off for you, bro, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Because then it's going to help so many other people. Mm-hmm. And it's helping you at the same time. You ain't hurting yourself for doing it. You can do that 10 times and you won't be hurting yourself. Amazon
doesn't pay its corporate taxes, so where is that money going?
Listen, it's probably the same money being recycled, 100,000. Listen, keep it going. As I said, Jeff, hey, We're from the Vent Podcast. Send us a donation.
Jeff, a.k.a. Lex Luthor Bezos.
We got you. We'll put the Amazon Prime right here.
Whoa, I mean, we didn't. I didn't say all that. I just said.
I said it.
I just said. Just pass $1 million or something.
Yo, I
No.
mean, we gotta be making it too, so we gotta be places. So hey, man, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Jeff. Jeff.
You're just whispering. But nah, this is gonna be fine. Cause like you said, you have Apple, you have Disney. Wait,
Yeah.
okay, Disney, Apple, Amazon. And it's like and then you have Microsoft, Google, and you have Twitter's Twitter's a social media in general, and Snapchat's its own thing, and TikTok its own thing. But like, I don't know, Disney just bought out someone recently. They bought Marvel, or they're, hold on, I'm gonna.
Trying to. But again,
Oh, they're still trying to.
I think so.
Okay.
Because I think they still have to.
Don't get
release
twisted,
certain
Disney got
rights
money.
for certain things.
Disney got money on you guys.
This is true, and they have the intellectual property, which is problematic. Because again, this kind of stuff, and when these corporations own majority of the voices, they're the ones who, you know, put out what they want to put out.
Exactly, right? So
that's the reason why.
don't get twisted, guys. Google has money, but like, it ain't Disney money.
Bro, it's been doomsday all day.
Today's pod is very doomsday-ish. a little.
Doomsday. I mean, if y'all know me, and that's me. That's like conspiracy theory over here. That's me, the sis of conspiracy.
The sis of conspiracy. Wow.
Ew. I'd be like sitting there and thinking, like, what if, guys, what if this whole thing is just a plot?
Wait, Disney Plus is streaming home of Marvel. Nah, man. Disney clap Marvel. Nah, so what's gonna happen now? You're gonna pay for that Disney Plus.
And then you're going to have to play a sub thing for the Marvel. That's going to be a second thing because it's going to be a package.
They could do that, yeah. So you'll see the X-Men animated series we grew up watching. You'll see Spider-Man.
Cartoons plus live action is going to probably be...
Split. Yeah. So... I totally forgot about it.
Listen, guys. Stop buying into these things. I'm going to be the one to say it. Because it adds up. It's that whole crazy concept of like the breaking down of internet.
Yeah.
And it's like certain streams and whatnot, and then you buy whatever it is that you want to buy. Like Netflix will have a series of certain things, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like opening up from Bell to Rogers and all these other stuff.
Yeah.
But now they're doing it as like online platforms. That happens. But then now you're paying into all, like, why?
I mean, they think they have us again, but nah. I think people are going to figure out a way to, like, even duck that. Because, like...
You're going to be spending $100 on all of these things.
Because, child of the internet. When the internet came out, man, when people discovered, wait a minute, I could download a new episode of this. When that happened, oh, man. The bootleg streets were on fire. They had to shut it down. They had to shut it down.
But I'm scared that these prices are going to start going up.
Netflix already went up already.
I know it went up already, but I mean, higher. Like how Bell is like.
So back to TV, basically.
Back to TV.
You're paying $100 on your bill.
Because what? The family share now on Netflix is what, $18?
It's $18 now.
I think so.
Wow, man.
The family one is 18, and I think the single one is like 11.
The single was 11.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo.
And that's like. So that's for one user, it's 11.
Keep in mind, you need internet to run this. Good internet. You can't just have, like,
that
choppa internet.
That too.
I'll put in the word choppa, what it means and everything. But, now you need good internet to run that, too. Because some of them, you can use, like, 4K content. You need really good internet for that, right? And you're going to pay. To get that fiber, man, you're paying at least $150 alone on fiber. Plus, you can't even buy internet by itself. You have to buy it with a TV package. So you know your bill's gonna be $250, dog.
So monopolies are dangerous. They take power from the people and steal the competition necessary for people's capitalism to work.
They just buy,
Totally
they buy out competition, yeah.
They do.
So,
and you can definitely see it. And I mean, if this is a quick scheme and they're only here to be like, we're going to do this. This is our plan for the next 5 years. We're not probably going to exist for after those 5 years. Then they did it.
but here's how it can backfire, though. That's why, like, you're worried, but I'm not worried, right? Because what happened is, I think when Sears was coming up, they were buying people left and right, but then they ran into someone called a venture capitalist. I forget the guy's name. And what happened is he just capsized the company, and in order for the company to survive, they had to resell the people that they bought. So, you know, it could, like I said, on one hand it's bad, but on the other, it could counter. Someone like that could just walk into the company and make their way to the top, and then just capsize the company. All of a sudden, to get money back, they we gotta sell the Lion King.
Yo,
we gotta sell Bambi.
That's crazy.
Oh man, we gotta sell
The
X-Men back.
originals,
Who wants Marvel? Who wants
new
Marvel?
editions.
We
They're
gotta
gonna
sell.
have a whole new line, like.
And then another company comes and buys out whatever used to be independent, right? So.
Man, that's crazy. That's mad crazy. I think we should wrap it up, though.
Yeah, I mean, hacking, homelessness. I said homeless.
Feces.
Which is ironic because homeless feces.
It's the whole thing.
Yo, I see some ill stuff before we wrap up. I was bucking the corner on good old Eglinton West,
Yes.
and something my higher self told me to look at the ground. So I'm fixated on the ground. I slightly moved my eyes up, and I just saw bare ass. Bare ass, like, I saw sweatpants to the knees. So I'm like, oh. Then I heard the loudest hit the ground. And then I look up, and the person quickly shuffled their pants and walked into the shop.
He took a shit.
No, like they took a piss. So I was
In your pants.
So I had a befuddled face, but I kept walking because I had to get main shots anyways, right? So, but it's crazy out here. That was a display of what people in San Francisco go through. So people say that you walk outside and they'll be taking the dew calls right there on the sidewalk, hot and fresh. They pull up the pants like nothing. They pull up.
Yo, my face is real. Like, this is real. Like, I'm actually looking at you very stressed. I'm stressed. Stressed.
You had you walk outside a shop, and some man
just to catch a breath of fresh air.
Just to catch a breath of fresh air, and then some guy just takes a hot one, blow, splatters on the pavement.
And just imagine they look back and stare at you.
They look at you as they're pulling the pants up. They don't break the eye contact.
And walk away.
And they walk away like nothing happened. That's what happened. That's what happened to me last week? God. But anyways, I mean, what happened?
What do you do for main shots, my God? You. That's a low key thing. That's a low key thing.
No, it's just
Oh, I'm dying.
I was just on the way there, and that's what I saw.
I'm rolling.
Like I said, I had the same face Z had a couple seconds ago. I was just like, whoa, what happened?
Stress.
And I was just walking. And then sometimes you have that face and you're just walking in the street. Just, like, sense of time is just
yes.
zapped from you. You don't know you don't know if it's day or night. It was nighttime. But
Yes.
you're just walking. I just zombied my way into the main shots. I'm like, what did I just see?
Yes.
Like.
Oh, man. So, ooh.
Like I said, man, homelessness.
Awareness. That is the message of this all.
Homeless awareness, man.
Awareness. Get your awareness up, man.
See, Guelph is like that. I don't walk in alleys for that very reason. Like, people be pissing any and everywhere. It's a destination of hope and financial mobility. I don't. That wasn't a word. Destination wasn't a word. It's a D word.
Probably
Don't try. But anyways, don't try. Once again, it's Del Peach.
Yes, and the Nerd Z.
If you want to hear my adventures as usual, tune
Yes.
into the Vent Pod.
Yes.
Hashtag the Vent Pod. It's easy on YouTube. You just type in the Vent Pod.
Right.
Hashtag the Vent Pod, and everything just comes up. So it's simple. Like,
Yeah. If you have any questions or you have any suggestions or anything, make sure to hit us up at our email at askthevent
okay.
at gmail.com. Is it Ask the Vent Pod?
Ask the Vent Pod, yeah. No,
Yeah.
whoa.
No, it's just Ask the
It's
Vent.
Ask the Vent at gmail.com.
Okay,
Excuse me.
askthevent at gmail.com.
gmail.com.
ASKTHEVENT at gmail.com. And you can follow us on all our social media platforms. We are on SoundCloud, Tidal, I believe. Yeah, no,
Title not yet, no.
not yet.
So SoundCloud,
Apple.
yes. Yep.
Spotify, YouTube, Instagram,
Google Play,
Google Play,
Stitcher.
yes, Stitcher.
Wow.
And you can even tweet us. You can
And
find
even
us-
Twitter too, yeah.
Yeah, you can find us on the Twitter. Twitter. And you can tweet us and vent about all the things that you want to discuss on our next episode. So, and don't forget
Oh, t-shirts.
these lovely bad boys.
I don't know when they're gonna come out. I mean, the templates are there. Like, we're just waiting for our distro to contact us back.
Yes.
Well, I
But
think-
make sure to place your order. Just DM us and we will get in contact with you guys about the shirts.
They'll be hand gifted too. So
Yeah, because we care about you guys.
that's right.
Yeah.
So
All right.
this is the Vent, and we're out. Peace.
Bye.